What's up, everybody? It's your boy Katana. Today's video, MOTO mouth. What is it? Hey, what's up, guys? I don't know if you remember a project last year that I tried to start. I call it MOTO mouth, and basically what it is it's doing a dual vlog with random motorcyclists, you know. So I get kind of tired of seeing big YouTubers that every time you see them, the only time they're doing dual vlog is if they're doing it with their buddies or other big YouTubers and things like that, or you know, or they sit there and do silly stuff and really, you know, have no substance to their talks. You know, it's just a bunch of random idiotsness or idiocity or whatever you want to call it, and there's really no like point to their dual vlogs. Yeah, anybody can drive around and act all goofy and hee ha ha and kiki and all that stuff like that, but you know, it's for entertainment value, which is fine if that's what you want to watch, you know, because everybody's grown, they can watch whatever they want to watch. But me, I want to start doing interviews, and it doesn't matter if you ride a sport bike or if you ride a cruiser or trike or whatever you ride. I want to really just get to know different people's like vision of bike life. You know, why do they start riding? What do they ride? What made them choose the bike that they have? What would they tell themselves, what they know now, the information and stuff they know now, what would they tell themselves when they first started, you know, riding motorcycles? You know, just normal everyday riders, and ask them, you know, opinions, or ask them stories, or what they went down, or why they do wheelies, or why do they go fast. I mean, just random questions, just to get to know the real people of bike life, the ones that really harness the essence of the passion of riding motorcycles. You know, maybe getting a person who is, you know, who rides a Gixxer, and they can tell somebody, hey, you know, this is the kind of bike I have, this is why I have it, and I love this bike or hate this bike. You know, those type of people. You know, because to be honest with you, you have people who go to Mountain Motorsports or go to WOW or go to, you know, their nearest motorcycle place, and they go in there and they grab one of their motorcycles and they ride around in their motorcycles for a day or two or whatever, and then they make a video about it. They make a video about how it felt, and you know, and they give you reviews, which, you know, I can understand, you know, people, you know, watching those kind of, you know, videos and stuff, because, you know, they might want to buy that bike, or they might want to find out what's a good first bike, or, you know, and try to get as much information about a motorcycle. But let me ask you this. What would you rather have? Would you rather have someone tell you about the motorcycle that you want that's been riding it for years, and they, you know, and they could tell you everything about their bike? Or do you want to listen to somebody who rode the bike for 2 days, and, you know, and then tell you all about it? And then on top of that, most of those reviews that you see on YouTube from these guys, they're being paid to say this stuff. They're getting paid for it. They're getting paid to review the bikes to other people. Yes, they can go in there all day and say, oh, this is a great bike, you know, oh man, you know, this is a really nice bike, and I love this bike, and it's a great bike to start off with, and blah, 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 blah. Well, if it's so great, then how come every time you see them doing a review on a bike, and then they, you know, and later on down the line, they're going to buy a new bike, you never really see them buy the bike that they review. They always buy a bike that they never review. It's always like, oh, I reviewed the Gixxer 1000, but then I bought a ZX14. If you're saying that the bike that you test rode and that you're getting a review on is so great, then when you go buy a new bike, how come you don't buy that bike? Why go buy another bike that you haven't rode, or you rode barely and never made a review on it? Does anybody ever ask that question? Because I don't see it. But I just want to like bring just the realness of motorcycle riding. Talk to the people who own these bikes, who can tell you every little thing that they had to do wrong, or there's a part recall on it, or whatever. Those are the people that I'm trying to reach out and tell the stories and this and that. So if y'all want to be part of this, if you live in the metro Atlanta area, or you're going to be down here or whatnot, hit me up on my Instagram, same name and things like that. Let me know. We can set up a time and meet. And for your, just want to make sure you didn't pull it out in front of me. And for your time to do this for me, I will pay for your gas and I will pay for lunch. And like I said, it doesn't matter if you drove a cruiser or a sport bike. I have a cruiser, I have a sport bike. I have my own helmets with the camera set up and everything. So, I mean, if you have a GoPro, that's good. If you have a Center, either you have a 10 or a 20, because I have both of those, that's good. But if you don't, then that's fine. But I have my own camera set up on another helmet. So you don't have to worry about that. All I need to do is you show up, and the questions I'm going to ask are going to be random questions. There's no script. There's no, I'm going to pre-warn you, tell you what I'm going to ask. It's coming off on the top of my head, questions that I would have asked myself if somebody was interviewing me. And of course, you don't have to answer the questions. If there's a question I ask that is, that's maybe too personal, or that is, or too sad for you, I totally understand. And I'm not going to disrespect anybody and ask some questions that's going to be disrespectful. Like, I'm not going to say, oh, hey, how many girls have you slept with in the bike life community? No, I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to ask normal questions, because I feel like there's a lot of voices that need to be heard that can't be, that no one can hear them because they're not out there. And I'm going to push the people out there, So if you guys want to help me out, I really appreciate it. Hit me up on my Instagram. Let me know, because I'm ready to get out here and really get some interviewing and get some stories, So guys, yeah. So I appreciate y'all listen to my rambling about this, but I really feel like this is something that no one is doing on YouTube. Nobody is doing this. Nobody's doing interviews with random people that talk about bike life. I want to be the first person to do this, and I want everybody to know that this is a truly genuine channel and project. This is nothing fake. There's nobody sponsoring it. There's nothing on here. It's 100% genuine. So guys, let me know in the comments if you are interested. And let's just see what happens, guys. So with that, your boy is out.